Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 9 of the Secrets of the Atlas League here on Ruthless SSF. Crackling Lance might just be my new favorite Hierophant character to roll. Granted, I have a Crested Desire, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a solid 4-link on this build, it will feel probably slightly worse than Crested Desire, but if you get a 5-link, I have no doubt it'll be better. No idea how Spell Echo feels, but I definitely want to try it out. But anyway, I really hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. It's been quite a while since I found an upgrade for my character, but this jewel right here looked really good. I was really considering using it, but I don't know. I just can't resist valuing a decent jewel because you never know what you're going to get. And I bricked it because I deserve to have it bricked. I could have easily just used that jewel for one skill point and it totally would have been worth it, but I am greedy and I paid the price. Anyway, just doing some more mapping, got another Maven invitation done. The biggest dream of today is to try and get my watchstone. Just having one would make me feel so much better. Obviously, having a second one would improve that even more. But I'm just right now focusing on trying to get one. I won't be able to respec anything on the tree, but it will put me to 100%. I'm not entirely sure if you can get completions doing the memory thing, but I'm going to try for the next map. I had a choice between a rare map and a unique map, so obviously I took the unique map. Even dropped a couple of red maps, which was really nice. I only died once, and it's because he punched me in the face. And I think he must have crit, because I died, went back in, then he punched me twice in the face, and I didn't die. So I don't know if he just high rolled and crit or what, but whatever, got that done. Did a bunch of heist maintenance, and here we are at the BP room. The first two were pretty terrible, but the third one I had a choice to make. Alright, we have a pretty hard choice here. This scepter is pretty insane. Elemental equilibrium is obviously very powerful. The all damage can poison is awesome, but crafting a dagger is rough. But I have never tried playing the Transfigured Viper Strike, so I mean, that would be pretty sick. But I love Bitter Dream. The thing about Bitter Dream is even if you're not going to use it on your character, it's just absolutely amazing for leveling. Got another key rack mission. He seems to be popping up quite a bit. I'm getting pretty lucky on that. Got another Harbinger boss, and the game crashed. Also, I don't know how I didn't die there. But I gotta say, I am really happy that they changed Kirak. He's obviously still the #1 way to fill out your Atlas, but now I can truly justify specking into Harbingers, and I gotta tell you, that feels really good. It's not something I would do in the past. I didn't think it was worth it, but now it's fantastic. I mean, at this point, I've gotten like 8 or 9 completions from Harbinger, and other than that, we also got that beachhead, which is pretty fantastic. And of course, you just get pretty decent XP from them in higher tier maps. It's definitely not insane, and it obviously doesn't compare to something like Betrayal. But I don't know, it's just like, mapping is my favorite thing in Path of Exile. It's the main reason I love this game. And whenever you get to actually justify using another league mechanic, it's like it changes how the map feels. Because, like, you're looking for different things, you're collecting different things, and I don't know, it just feels nice. Random Rare had a ghost in it thanks to overloaded circuits, which gave me a unique I didn't have yet. Not, it's not like a crazy unique or anything like that, but during this league it might be pretty nice. Hit level 85, we are leveling up pretty consistently with this character. I only died to mercenaries, and now I just dodge the Divine Ire guy because he kills me. Went and fought Hesman. The only reason the fight took a long time is he had like 40% of his life as ES, which is a lot of energy shield. At some point this league, I would really like to play Lightning Tendrils because it got buffed, and it's by far my favorite skill in the entire game. Well, it's definitely tied with another skill, but I mean, it's right up there. It's definitely one of my favorites. Got another Kirak mission, completed the tier 14, and we finally got our first depths. I'm not really looking for any, like, Abyss uniques, but at this point in the league, I'll take anything I can get. The first eye I opened dropped an eye and gave me a second Herald of Ash. I don't really need to, but it's pretty cool. Oh my god, we got the belt. 75. To be fair, at this point, I don't really deserve a high rolled belt because I've had 2 now and I never used them, so I don't blame the game. Experimenting more with the memory stuff, it's pretty fun to craft with this. I think this is an amazing idea. I will say this though, I know some people are saying like, oh, they copied the thing from Last Epoch, but I don't think that makes sense. I think the idea of having like some kind of number that decreases as you craft on an item, that is similar in that sense. But like the crafting potential is a very different thing than it is in here. Because on last epoch, correct me if I'm wrong, all that means, like, once that number hits 0, you just can't craft on the item anymore, period. Like, it's done. But in PoE, oh my god, Arcane Surge, finally. But in PoE, it's just about if you have the number, like the memory, whatever, it just increases the odds of better rolls. Once it hits 0, you could still craft the item. But anyway, I really do like the system. I think it's a really cool way to use alchemy orbs and change crafting for Ruthless. I can't really imagine it's that crazy in Bench League, but I'm not a Bench League player, so you can't ask for that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm a big fan. Apparently, it does not work with fossils, but I'm pretty sure it should work with essence, but maybe I'm wrong. If it doesn't work with essence, that's really sad. But if it does, that's honestly like kind of like a indirect massive buff to essence. Because right now in Ruthless, especially since boats are core now, essence is kind of whatever unless you need very specific mods. And even then, if you're like willing to farm a lot of fossils, delving is probably better for that. But if it actually works with memories, it'll honestly make Essence pretty much essential for me for my rest of my time on Ruthless. Because being able to craft pretty much one guaranteed mod, and if the memory stuff works and it gives you just like better chance to roll other mods, that's kind of insane. I got my second tier 16. Of course, it was a Guardian map, which is not a big deal. Because if we do manage to kill this Hydra, I will get my Watchstone fight. But so far, I've been pretty tilted. I got disconnected twice during this map, so I was like getting a little worried because it's kind of a rippy map. We did drop a cast when damage taken, so even if I fail, you know, I got something out of it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I lost 2 portals, and then I ran in there twice and died pretty much instantly. And then that was my last portal I just went into now, and I was like, whatever. I desperately need this watchstone. I don't want to farm another tier 16, and I pretty much never got hit again. And it's kind of funny because the other day, Cal and I were talking about, like, you know, whether or not it's a good idea to have 1 portal for a boss fight. And I still stand by it should have 6 always, because if you don't have 6, it really pushes out the lower tier builds, and it makes them pretty much unplayable because you have to play like a certain power level. But I will say, when I was down to my last portal, I don't know what it is, but like I just become very focused, and yeah, got the Hydra done. And we got our first Watchstone, which, funny enough, the Watchstone fight was 10 times easier than the Hydra. Absolutely destroyed him. This skill does so much damage, and honestly, just being able to shoot from like the other side of the screen is so helpful in so many fights. I got an Elder Guardian, but I ended up bricking it because I valed it and I ran it like a moron. But anyway, we fought this boss again, and instead of failing it, I just face tanked him, so it's pretty cool. I think the combination of being able to experiment on my tree and just like, I don't know, I kind of like that the boats went core. I do hope they tune them a little bit because they're obviously a little too strong. But the combination of that and I'm enjoying Heist now, maps are just insanely fun to me. Every single map I run, I'm just having a great time. The only time I started getting frustrated was later in the day when the server started dying. But anyway, we got our Searing Exarch fight here. I had to keep taking off my body armor because my minions would get me killed. I stood 1 step too close and I died. Unlucky. I did almost fail because unfortunately the ball phase is pretty brutal for this character to do. But we managed to get it done. Barely. I mean, I had 1 extra portal, but whatever. 2 watchstones changes everything about this game. So very happy about that. So I went and did the memory quest, and we fought the false god or whatever. I'm gonna tell you right now, this one was the hardest one so far. He just does insane damage. No, you can't pause here, dude. This game fucking sucks. I usually don't get mad at PoE. I generally see it as pretty fair when I die or lose. Sure, it can be frustrating sometimes, but I gotta tell you, this league, with all the like disconnects and crashes, I have been getting pretty tilted. Uh, okay. So, I'm going to be honest, I am pretty impressed with Crackling Lance. I thought this character was going to fall off around tier 14. Maybe I'd be able to farm tier 14 pretty well, but I kind of assumed I'd have to roll another character to get my watchstones, but funny enough, we got them both. And we set our Atlas on fire, which is a good thing, I guess. Also, I do want to say that we took, what, 90 red maps to get here. Granted, I've done like 6 or 7 since I got my second watchstone, but still, we've done more red maps than yellow. It's actually kind of funny just looking at the numbers. We only did 85 yellow maps to perfectly maintain red, which granted, I'm sure you can do it way faster than that, but considering we rerolled and considering what I'm playing, I am very happy with how things are going. I did change my Atlas skill tree since we have 2 watchstones. I only need 50% +1 chance now. So we dropped this entire center wheel here, and we dropped a bunch of the nodes here. Came up here, finished off my Conquerors. I grabbed the little Scarab stuff for now. I'm not going to keep the Scarab stuff forever, but I just want to do it while I'm farming. I also got First Wave again, and we finished off Alva. I think this is the first character where I haven't felt like I needed time dilation. But in the higher tier maps, if I do need it, I'm just gonna like drop this or whatever. Or probably drop this actually. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it now. Why even mess around? Plus, it gives me more like chance to get Alva. Granted, this isn't doing a whole lot, but hey, we'll take it. Having my 2 watchstones is such like I don't know. It's not even a relief. It's just joy, comfort, safety. I don't know how to describe it, but having 100% chance for my maps to go +1 and getting an extra like I don't know 10 points to spend on my Atlas skill tree is just so satisfying when you finally get here. I got a second pair of face breakers, but unfortunately they were actually worse than my first pair. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm honestly at the point where I might even divine a pair, but we're not that extreme yet. Alva gave me my very second Regal of the League, which I'm definitely going to use. And I got my first piece of jewelry with a memory strands or whatever. So we crafted. And it was pretty damn good. If I can exalt life on that, we will be in heaven. Use my Regal Orb on the amulet and hit intelligence, which is like, it's not a dead roll or anything like that, but definitely unexciting. Using the petals to make the bosses turn all their items to the gold gives you a ridiculous amount of gold. I went and did another memory quest, which gave me an Echo of Loneliness, which is the boss fight, and once again, it glitched. But this was actually the other boss, the boss that took me 15 minutes to kill. I did kill it a lot faster this time, but it still took a while. So he dropped an amulet I wasn't even aware he could drop, and this thing is pretty sick. I just don't know how realistic it is for an SSF Ruthless player to get that many influence, like, wearable pieces of gear. But anyway, we crafted an insane Opal wand using the memory shards, and it is a slight DPS loss, but if you look, it's giving me 100 mana regen. Now the number is going to be even better once my like Arcane Surge is up, but yeah, we can take a little bit of a damage hit for 100 regen any day. Hey, made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it. I am level 86, 29% of the way to 87. I was 49%, but I kind of died. But you know, it happens. I am so happy with my progress. I don't know what the hell the floating petals mean and why the Atlas is on fire. It looks pretty sick though. Like, if I could just keep it this way forever, I kind of like it. It kind of feels like I transitioned into another stage of the game. I don't know, I really do like it though. 98 completions, we have 106 points. Really like my skill tree setup, or sorry, skill tree. My Atlas tree setup feels really good to have pretty much every mechanic I want, and I get more boss drops, and I don't know, it just feels really nice. I don't know what's going on in this league, but I feel so giddy. Like, I have a hard time concentrating on what I want to talk about, because I just want to be playing. But anyway, I did change a few things on my tree, nothing major though. I have Deep Wisdom, probably not going to keep that for very long, but for 1 point, it seemed pretty decent. It would be nice to have a jewel. Unfortunately, I keep valuing all the viable jewels I have, but is what it is. Tree is pretty generic for a totem character, for a lightning mana character, but I love it. I think realistically, I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like dropping these 3 points and just going double wand might be the way to go. And I do just want to say this weapon is absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy that it rolled both lightning damage mods, but unfortunately they were terrible tiers. But like I said before, trading a little bit of damage for insane regen. I mean, look at this. 405. Oh, that's not the number. 277 to 205. And that's without clarity. I don't know, man. It's pretty damn good. As far as my currency, I am dead broke. No chaos, one alk, one chance, one scour. I have no money. I got a bunch of fusing, which is pretty cool. I spent like 100 jewelers on this body armor because I was like, oh, I'll just try to like five link it. But no, did not work out very well. Yeah, we are broke. I think what's gonna happen this week is I'm gonna re-roll another character because what I really want to do is have a low-level map farmer. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I want to start building up some nice scarabs because I want to start doing some like like three Harbinger maps and stuff like that. But on top of that, I want to do some strongbox farming, try to get. Why is it on maps? Oh, sorry, no, I misread that. Just to get my double currency and double gems, because I really want to farm some auras. But yeah, we have a lot of scarab stuff, which feels really nice. And man, I honestly don't even have a word for it, but just having two watchstones is like the greatest feeling ever. 100% plus one chance, and more importantly, you get better like tier, like whatever tier you want. We have City Square, Vault, Mesa, Sunken City, and Crystal Ore. Sunken City on this character is like the greatest map ever. 99% of the time, I hate this stupid map, but this character absolutely loves it. My map pool is fantastic. I never have to do a yellow map unless I want to. I've been infinite reds for quite a while. I still need to get my last couple tier 16s, and I'm missing one tier 15, but hopefully we'll get that soon. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.